It's Mike Shinoda.
Where,
What's up, guys?
why can't I see you? How do I make Mike my main man for a minute? Let me. There he is. All right, Mike. How are you, dude?
I'm good. How are you?
Thanks for doing this, man.
Of course. How have you been?
Dude, look at the art on your wall. That is sick.
Is
That's all
my
your
name still messed up on this thing?
No. What do you guys see? I don't see.
You're good.
Yeah, I just see all you. It's all good. How you been? What have you been doing? I know you've been doing your show every single day. I mean, keeping yourself pretty busy and stuff.
I'm I'm doing the Twitch thing, like putting out new singles and videos apparently. Yeah, so thanks to you guys for supporting me on the happy endings.
No, that's all day long. I mean, that's easy. You've been so good to. We were just like, I worked in New York at the K Rock back then, and we were talking about the very first singles and when it started happening, when that steamroller started to roll of this band. It must be crazy looking back at so many years and how many years of success you've actually had.
It's not top of mind. It's not, I mean, it's like, occasionally I talk to a young artist where I'm like, where are you at? What are you doing? What can I help you with? Like trying to, I don't know, like I feel like mentorship is like something that most of us got as we were coming up at some point, and it's nice to do that. I really enjoy doing that with other younger artists, and so sometimes when I'm having those conversations, they like, I've had a few where they play it really cool, and then at a certain point they're like, okay, but I just have to say, like, I remember when I was in high school and Hyper 3 came out, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
What do you do when you have the kids on the come up and they're all for me, they come to me with their music, and sometimes their music's not ready, and they all want to be signed immediately. That's what I hear all the time.
Really? I don't feel like I hear that as much anymore.
Oh, that's all I ever hear.
I hear so, and actually what I just said a second ago is funny because I kind of gave the wrong, like my joke was Hybrid Theory came out, but it's actually like they hear it from like an older sibling or like their parents. They're like 16 and they were born after Hybrid Theory came out.
Yeah.
And those artists in particular who are like late teens right now, I feel like most of them don't consider like the traditional things that have been going on for decades in terms of like the way to be an artist and whatever. They don't consider those like the roadmap. I mean, or maybe I'm just talking to folks that are really like on some other thing, but like you could blow up on TikTok, you could blow up on SoundCloud, you could blow up on Bandcamp, you could blow up from shows, it could be anything. Like look at an artist, like I was thinking about this the other day. So I've been doing this thing on my Twitch channel. I do Twitch. At this point, I've been doing it weekdays, 10 a.m. to noon. And last year I was doing it mostly instrumentals. My thing is I create something from scratch every day. And last year I was doing instrumentals for the most part, and then sometimes like art. And this year I changed the format from instrumentals to producing fans' songs. And so a lot of the folks that I'm producing, like I find them on social media usually, and the stuff I'm producing is like by artists who have anywhere from like, I don't know, 500 followers to like maybe 10,000. And yeah, they don't like, I feel like sometimes a person is like just doing, I don't know, TikTok videos and it's funny and they have a little fan base, but they do that and it's like entertaining, but really what they would love to do is do music. I mean, look at Joji. Do you know Joji? Like, I don't know him personally, but I know he was like, had a viral social media kind of platform before he was an incredible singer and artist. So that is not beyond. I think like kids have grown up on that at this point, and they're like, yeah, whatever, you're allowed to experiment and change your vibe, and you can do it on your own to some degree.
Yeah. Well, let's go through some of these. Let's go through all these fan questions because some of these questions are really great that they've written out. We'll start with Matt just because you're the first person I see. Matt, what's going on, my man with the stash? How are you? Unmute yourself and say hello.
Hey, how you doing? Hi, Mike. Nice
What's
to
up,
meet
Matt?
you. Big fan of Fort Minor, Lincoln Park, man.
Thank you. I see
Really
your.
got me
I
those
see
rough,
your.
teenage years, you know.
I see the logo behind you. Thank you, man.
My question for you was, if you had a 1 minute slot during the Super Bowl, what would you fill it with?
Memes.
One
this guy, they gave him a free minute on the Super Bowl, and all he did was play memes. What is wrong with Mike?
It's a pretty good answer. That's pretty good. I like the question though. I got to be honest. I like the question a lot.
Thanks.
It's a thinker. It's a thinker.
Good question. Better stash.
Love the stash, bro. Let's move over to Bob. I see Bob. Bob actually went to the new. He's got the Amoeba T-shirt on. He actually went to the new Amoeba.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
What's up, Bob?
Hey, not too much. Dude, huge fan. It's awesome to meet you. Love your solo work and Lincoln Park, all that stuff. My question, I try to come up with something that maybe you haven't been asked before, because I want to win that art. So if you were a musical instrument, what instrument would you be and why?
Can you guys hear this noise? This humming noise? Oh my God. I have this like,
Yeah, okay.
If anybody who was watching my live stream this morning knows it was like, I have like these guys like sanding wood on my house, and they're right outside the door, and they're just grinding the, anyway, it's really noisy. It's gonna get worse, I think.
I can't hear it.
Because they're coming this way.
I can't hear it unless you bring it up.
Yeah, I mean, let me think. An instrument. God, I could cheat and say keyboard because I like to do lots of different things, and that's the first instrument I can think of that like can imitate anything else. Really. It could be itself, or it can try to do other things too. And I get like if I do the same thing over and over, I get bored. So
I gotcha.
if I was a timbale, I would be very bored.
Right.
Guys, I only make one sound. You can pitch me up or down, but that's it. You can hit the side of it, you can hit the top of it, hit it with a stick, hit it with your hand, hit it with a brick. Sound is not that different.
Yeah, I think keyboard. That's a good answer. That's a good one.
It's kind of a cheat, but okay.
Yeah, still good. Thanks, Mike.
Mike, is a computer an instrument?
Oh, hang on one second. I'm on an interview.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I was making
Is a
sure.
computer an instrument?
Where are we? Where were we?
Is a computer an instrument?
Yes.
Just like that?
It's like you're actually there's no difference between, I mean, is a keyboard an instrument, first of all? Most people would say yes. A keyboard is just a MIDI interface, like a series of MIDI, what would you call them? Input receptors feeding information to an internal keyboard, computer. So there's really no difference theoretically between pressing notes on a keyboard or hitting a drum pad and that going to a thing that makes noises versus your computer. And besides, like, ever since the beginning of our band, like I really treated our DAW, like Pro Tools, for example, or Ableton in their more modern cases, as an instrument where you can chop up audio and actually make new sounds out of the audio.
Gotcha. Jasmine, you're up.
Hello, hi Mike.
Hey,
I
Kevin.
just want to say that I love Fort Minor, and my favorite concert was the Post Traumatic in the Hollywood Palladium, November 2018. That was one of my best concerts that I've been to, and I've been to like 30, at least 30. So my question is, how did the collaboration with Martin Garrix happen in Waiting for Tomorrow?
I think that Martin reached out to the band. I think Martin reached out to us, and it took a while to find a thing that like we agree. As I recall, like he reached out to us. We played him a few things, and we really liked we really liked Waiting for Tomorrow. He really liked it, and then we kind of didn't have we didn't have like a definitive plan for it, but he did play it on stage a couple times, and then never released it. And then the fans, both on our side of the Linkin Park side of the fence and his side, were just like, where is that song? Like you played it, we heard it, we know it exists, give us the song. So eventually we realized it was like the fans were kind of demanding it, and we put it out.
Cool. Christy, you're up. Oh, there we go.
Am I unmuted? You can hear me now?
Yeah.
You're in.
Hey, Christy.
Hi, Mike. Hi, everybody. So my question is, I'm a mom of 2 boys, and I've always told them anything can happen to anybody at any time. Kind of meaning for them to be their most authentic self and to never take anything for granted. So my question to you, being a successful artist, obviously with Linkin Park, kind of almost an icon, and as well as a solo artist, and now as a painter, like an artist in another way. My question to you is, how would you like your fans to know you? Like, what would you say your authentic self is in a few words, if you could?
Oh, I mean, I feel like some artists, part of the fun of what they represent or what they portray is either fiction or it's an exaggeration of themselves, or it's even the opposite. For some people, it's the opposite of themselves. Like off stage, they're very introverted, but on stage, they get to be a different character and kind of
Right, like
go outside of
Bowie.
that. Or go against that. I feel like in the early days of the band, we were still like figuring out who we were, and we were probably the more like exaggerated version of ourselves category. But as I got older, as I think all of us got older, it was just like trying. The best way I can describe it is like trying to put that aside and just actually just be ourselves. So I think of like some artists who have been around for many, many years who do have like a very exaggerated persona, and at some point some of those folks like merge with that persona. Do you know what I mean? Like Gene Simmons from Kiss. Like Gene Simmons to me feels like he probably didn't grow up being Gene Simmons, but like now he's just the guy from the band, and the guy in real life is kind of the same person. Like I have no like reason to believe otherwise, right? Which is kind of fun. It's kind of fun, but it's also kind of crazy. Like I would never feel like I wanted to be a caricature. So just being like, it does take some effort too, to like be, I don't know, just aware of yourself and like comfortable with yourself. Yeah.
Do you feel like you're there now? Like,
yeah, for the most part. I mean, like, I think we all fall into versions of like playful, or we all fall in the versions like maybe you're being like playful with people and joking around, and other times you feel like insecure, and so you know, act away. And like I feel like the older I get, the less of that I really care about. Like I don't have a reason. If somebody just like I've been, you know, I think many of us have been in social situations where we're with people that somebody that just doesn't like quite, we just don't connect with them, or they don't like us, or we don't like them, or whatever. And it's like, whatever. I don't, you know, it's like, okay, it's really okay.
All right. I don't have time for that person. It's true. The older you get, the less time you get. You're like, I don't want to deal with this. Mike B, you are up.
Hey, Mike, it's Mike. Huge fan of everything you do. So my question for you is just, you know, out of all the forms of art you do, you know, painting, drawing, lyrics, rapping, composing, producing, the hundreds of instruments you make, you know, it's like, what's your favorite form of art and why?
The nice thing about doing, I mean, the reason I do get involved in so many different like expressions of ideas and explorations, and I was thinking the other day, like if I look at even the stuff I make, just the stuff I make visually, whether it's, you know, stuff I draw or stuff I paint versus like all the different looks of all of our different CDs, there's so much variety there. And some of it I did with my own two hands, and other ones I like basically played like an art director role, and helped like find someone who had the talent and skill set that I was looking for, or the band was looking for, and like directed that process. And with all that said, like just looking at art on its own, it's very like all over the place. So then you take that and you add like, okay, the music is all over the place, the art is all over the place. Like 1 minute I'm like doing like NFTs, and the next minute I'm like writing a song on an acoustic guitar. Like it doesn't, you know, it, for me, the fun, the variety is the fun of it.
Okay. Do you, by the way, do you take, do you like the process more or the finished piece of whatever it is the most? Do you like the journey or the destination, I guess is the best way to ask that question.
I don't.
If you take a piece of art that's right behind you and you turn around and you look at it, do you say, that makes me feel complete, or do you think about the work it took you to get to it?
Depends on the piece. So
yeah,
for the most part though, I enjoy both, and I don't have a big problem like walking away from a thing that's done. If it's arguably open-ended and there is no finishing point, then I'm happy to continue like tweaking it. So for example, the paintings behind me from the Fort Minor album, like I did them, we put them on the album, they're done. You know, that kind of process is very finite, and there's an end point, right? And so I wouldn't like pull one of these off the wall now and start painting on top of it. It just seems like that's not, I would prefer to just make a new piece. As opposed to like doing like a live performance where every time you play, you know, it's different circumstances. Like it's a different day, it's a different crowd, it's a different venue, it's a different, maybe different set list or whatever. Like all those things mean that the creativity involved, that journey part is just open-ended, and you can continue to play around with it for as long as you're doing it. Like there's no reason that I couldn't choose a completely different set list and approach it in a completely different way every single time.
Gotcha. Buckle in. Stephanie, you're up. Here we go. Here we go.
Hi, Stephanie.
All right, yeah, here we go. Extra energy from Nikki. Oh my God, okay. Oh my God. Okay, okay.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, this is my daughter Nikki.
Oh, this is Nikki. Okay.
She's a huge fan.
Nikki.
And Nikki is
Nikki, do
autistic.
you have a question?
Yes, she does. Okay.
Sure.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Okay.
I've been waiting. I was literally watching your stream. I'm like, I'm so hyped for the Zoom.
Okay, well, ask him. Okay. Take a deep breath. Ask him your question. Okay.
Sorry for those who are watching.
No, it's
Are you wearing, is that a Linkin Park shirt?
Yes.
Cool. I love it.
Okay, ask him your question.
Okay.
Take a deep breath.
Mike Shinoda. Okay.
She's so excited. Can't tell, right? Okay.
Are you going to make an acoustic recording like your version of yourself of Happy Endings?
An acoustic version. Ooh,
Yeah,
I like
just you.
it. I hadn't thought of that. So that is an interesting idea.
Because I literally duetted your TikTok.
You did?
Yes, I did, Mike.
Okay.
I did. And I think acoustic.
What's so funny is I recorded that TikTok. I just sang the chorus a cappella, and then I was just hoping somebody else would sing harmonies over it, and a few people did. It was really nice. I after I did that, the second I posted it, I was like, man, I don't know if this is my best performance. That was one of those things that I was like, I might be a little bit embarrassed of this, but that's kind of the point of TikTok, is put it out there and just let it be. It's I can, if somebody makes fun of my singing, that's fine. I know I didn't do anything wrong. So I just put it up, and a few people sang, or Upsall sang some great harmonies over it, and some of the other folks that I did production streams with and for on Twitch did as well. So yeah, pretty. I mean, I hadn't thought of doing an acoustic version. That's cool though. I mean, maybe we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Thank you, Nikki. All right, let's go to Jacqueline. Jacqueline, hey, love. Here we go. Let's get you unmuted.
Hello?
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Jacqueline.
Hi. First, I would like to say, thank you for being a part of my life and bringing all this wonderful music that you've. I can't. I'm so excited. I can't even speak. But my first question is knowing that you were born out in the Valley area, what is your favorite and most latest memory growing up in the Valley?
In the Valley. Gosh. So I have lived all up and down the Valley. I was born in Panorama City. I lived in Woodland Hills until I was about 12. Then I moved up to Agora Hills. Then I went to school and I went to college in Pasadena. So I lived in Glendale and over in that area. And then as the band was taking off, I moved to apartments all up and down, basically up and down the 101. So I don't know. I have a bunch of I've got so many ideas. I've got so many memories. I think of there's a park. There's Serenia Park over next to the school at off DeSoto. And we used to go as a kid, that was our park. We always used to go there and run around and kick the soccer ball and play in the sand and go on little hikes around it, ride our bikes there. And that park was our spot for a really long time. Later on, used to get I remember we got sandwiches at Dan's Super Subs. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Dan's. That's still my spot. It's Italia Deli and Dan's Super Subs are those are my sandwich spots in the
I swear I was just about to ask you that, because I live in Tarzana and I'm always looking for the best sandwich.
Those are my spots, man. Dan's and Italia are the best. I even
Have you
have
ever
friends
went
that moved
Domingo?
away, and they're like, you know, I mean, maybe not living in like New York, because people who live in New York are always like, our food is the greatest. But like, you know, for people that move from here to, I have a friend that moved to Vegas, and every time he comes back, he goes straight to Dan's.
Huh. Nice. I do Domingos. Domingos and Encino's pretty good. That's
Oh
my
yeah, I've
spot.
heard. Yeah. I heard Domingos.
Dude, they make a great Italian sub. They do that right. I like
One
that
of
a
my
lot.
other favorites. I love Versailles Cuban.
Can I give a
love
shout out to Guido's in Rancho Cucamonga?
Guido's
They have
good.
a sandwich too. I'm just saying. Have to give a shout out to them.
I like that. All right. Did I miss anybody with questions here? Because I have a limited kind of view here. Did anybody not get a question in? Ron, did I do okay here? I think we're okay, right? Okay.
Killed it, man. You got everybody.
Okay. Ron, the record. Hold on, Rob. No, hold on. Yep, there's Ron. Oh, there's Rob. Rob is the record guy. Would you like to choose the winner for who would possibly get this?
I love
lovely
that
piece of art?
Rob gets to choose.
Well,
You can.
I mean,
Okay.
no, you have to. I can't be the one. I don't want to be the
I'm
one.
going to say, and I actually love the question because of I do want to hear an acoustic version of the song, so I'm going to give it to
So
Look,
amazing.
he's
Perfect.
partying. Nikki, you're partying. You got the piece of art.
Partying.
Yay!
Right.
Oh my, dude! I want to thank you for doing this. This was nice of you to take the time and. Uh-oh, here we go.
I think she's lucky mom's there.
Yeah. All
I was
right.
like, no, I don't want to be on camera.
Mom,
All right,
Stephanie,
guys.
we'll get back to you. But I want to thank you guys all for being on this and winning from the radio station. It's really cool. And thank you for the years of music, man. And keep it coming. We're we're always, ready and willing for anything that you put out. It's interesting. It's been an interesting journey watching you grow all of these years since the beginning with Lincoln Park. So thanks for doing this, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Nice meeting you, man.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Can't wait till we can see you live.
Congratulations, winners.
Yeah,
Woo-hoo.
congratulations.
Oh,
Congratulations to you all. All right, guys. I'll see you soon.
See you on the next one, Booker.
See you guys.
I'll catch you on the next one, Booker.
Yes, you will. I'm sure you will. All right, guys.
Take care, man.